Now, I'm going to go to my bubble team, and that's the Arkansas Razorbacks. Another team like Kentucky, I have to admit, okay, I was partaking in the Kool-Aid. Okay, I probably now at this point have to get a matching, tracksuit and get a bigger mug of my final brew here to face up to the fact that Arkansas is not the team I thought that they would be. And I started going through all the stats and digging in all that. But bottom line is Arkansas is not getting it done. And they have had opportunities uh, to stay in games. I mean, I thought they played Alabama okay, but they ultimately didn't get it done. On paper, and when you watch video of games after the fact, you look at their defense and you say, how does anybody score on them? Bottom line is teams are scoring on their defense, and their offense is just inconsistent enough, and they're committing stupid penalties at bad times. I was going to break down the schedule, but I mean, I really think Arkansas, because of the conference that they're in, they could just keep sliding down and sliding backwards out of bowl contention. I think they are a better team and have a better opportunity to still make some kind of a bowl game that Oklahoma does. But Arkansas, one of the biggest disappointments for me in this 2022 college football season is the Arkansas Razorbacks. Their fan base is as passionate, maybe only because it's a smaller fan base, doesn't have quite the national profile that a lot of the bandwagon jumpers onto Oklahoma have been while Lincoln Riley was there, and all the excitement and everything. And going back to people my age, when you had like Bud Wilkinson and all of these Barry Switzer, all of these Hall of Fame level coaches, it's easy to be a bandwagon jumper and say, "Oh, I've always been an Oklahoma fan." Oh, really? Have you been? But Arkansas, they have to fight for their respect. And, they're losing this fight. I mean, they're losing the fight on a TKO. They're not getting knocked out. Okay. They're not the worst team in the SEC yet. But, I'm always taking out Vanderbilt. Okay, we're beating up on Commodore fans. But they understand. They're waiting for basketball season. Okay. They're not worried about their football season. But Arkansas can find themselves in the same position as Oklahoma, where they're now at the bottom, not only of their division, but at the bottom of the conference rankings in general, because they just have not performed up to expectations. And it's another reason why football games aren't played on paper, and they're not electric football things where, the offensive linemen dance in circles there, and maybe your quarterback or your running back over a 15 or 20-minute period eventually makes it downfield. Arkansas is an electric football, looks really good, great uniforms. They look good. But as far as execution, they're just spinning around.
Yeah. At one point, they were the 10th ranked team in the nation. And now they're sitting at a possible record of less than 6 wins. Right now, they sit at 3-3. They play BYU this week. They are an underdog by about a point. It's a pretty even line. BYU's having a pretty rough season too. But the rest of their season, there's a possibility they can hit 6. I think they have a stronger case in Oklahoma. I think you're right. But I think it might come down to the last game of the year for Arkansas, where you have 2 5-team wins, 5-win teams, I should say, with Arkansas and Missouri, and the winner gets a bowl bid. I think that we could have a strong possibility of 2 5-6 teams between Arkansas and Mizzou, and the winner hits a bowl bid. Like, I think that could actually happen. That might be a cool storyline that we might be talking about at the end of the year. And who knows, that might be the way that they get into a bowl. But looking at some of the tough games, like for example, they play Liberty this year, a group of 5 team that is 5-1. And with Freeze at the coach, we've seen him do some good things. You can't say that that's going to be a surefire win that Arkansas thought they might had in the bag at the beginning of the season. So I'm with you. I think Arkansas is definitely on the bubble. 2 great picks. That's a good way to end that segment for the year. We'll
And
see
I
how
just
they
want to
go.
say that I think for Arkansas, momentum in any sport is important,
Mhm.
but so is confidence. And the last couple of weeks, you have seen a team start to hang their heads and droop their shoulder pads later in games. That's what concerns me. I want Arkansas to be in a bowl game. I still like them as a football team, but I really wonder if just momentum and fate is working against them here the rest of the season.